Hey, what's up, guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading. I'm going to dive right into a collective message for the Twin Flame Collective. And what I'm picking up on right away, guys, is the masculine's love for the feminine. And I do feel like I have been picking up on it as well in the past few readings, where a lot of the divine masculines are spiritually maturing. Okay, many of them are starting to really piece together what the divine feminine energy means to them, and I feel like a big transformation in your connection is occurring as well. So let's go ahead and just find out what you both need to know at this time. Okay, I'm just feeling a really romantic energy coming from this reading, where the bond is deepening or your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And this has nothing to do with anything 3D related. It's more of just like a spiritual understanding of life itself and the way that life works and the way that life turns out. And I feel like you two may be broadening your perspective or just having a lot more compassion for one another, the way that you're having to walk the journey, okay? And I hope I'm being clear by saying what I'm saying. What I mean by that is, like, there is this mutual respect and love for one another at this time. It's like no matter what you two are doing on your own individual paths, I feel like it's coming to a place of like you're not triggered by one another anymore. It's like you genuinely are coming to the table to admit that you both love one another. Okay, that's what I'm getting for many of you. A lot of you dealing with karmic cycles. I'm hearing like diffuse is the word that I'm getting for many of you dealing with back and forth situations with karmic cycles. I feel like those karmic situations are about to be diffused, or there is some kind of clarity around why the karmic connections occur, and this energy of just letting go and moving forward. Divine timing is at play, so allowing things to fall into place the way that they need to. Okay, so we have let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. I feel like a deep friendship, okay? Many of you may be getting past or experiencing spiritual maturity to the point where you're getting past a lot of the 3D triggers, and I feel like the love between masculine and feminine at this time, it really does transcend a lot of what's going on in the physical, okay? Both of you are leaning on each other in a way that you haven't before, okay? I feel like a lot of the divine masculines are being a lot more authentic, honest, open. They don't want to be secretive is what I'm getting. And it shows a deep level of love and respect for the divine feminine that they themselves have not even felt before. But I just feel like a deep friendship is brewing. It's like a romantic friendship, but I see you two trying not to cross any boundaries here. It's like you really do genuinely just want the presence of one another in each other's lives. Okay, so there could be a lot of discussion between you two right now about just boundaries about being in one another's lives, but it's this beautiful understanding between you two that you rely on one another or you need one another in some way. It has something to do with that word support that I'm picking up on as well. Another thing too that I'm getting with the divine masculines here, because we do have release your ex, the time has come to clear your energy. I do feel like many of them, they could be in that place of learning a few things about the karmic situations on their own. And that's what I feel could be contributing to the peace between divine masculine and divine feminine. Release your ex, I feel, has a lot to do with the divine masculines taking ownership and clearing the energy themselves, like doing the necessary things that they need to do on their path, and like deal with a lot of the karmic cycles accordingly. Deal with it in a healthy way, respond in a healthy way. If there is to be an ending, it'll come about in a natural way. It won't feel forced. It won't feel influenced by the twin flame journey. It'll just naturally take its course. So I do feel like these are energies here that is coming up, but for the first time ever, it's coming up in a really peaceful way, where many of the divine feminines are maintaining a lot of boundaries and space around the karmic situations. A lot of you are practicing detachment. You deserve love. I feel like this has a lot to do with why many of you have been practicing detachment, is because your divine masculine has a journey to go on, and many of you are choosing not to be in the energy of waiting around, because you know that waiting around creates expectations as well as stagnant energy. So I feel like the universe was showing you that you're lovable. You don't have to wait. And while your counterpart may be off exploring their own individual path, you also have to live. And that's what brings in union energy, is when separation occurs. I feel like for the divine feminines, you just live your life. And many of you know this now. It's like you've developed such a strong self-worth, and you know that you deserve love. You deserve love in every aspect. And I think too, I talked about in a previous reading that a lot of you are expanding what love means to you as well. And it's making you so magnetic and attractive, right? Because now you're not sending out an energy of where you're chasing relationships or you need to be with someone. You're sending off an energy that gives off relationships are beautiful. Connections are beautiful. Intimacy is beautiful. And so many of you are now attracting, I feel like, everything your heart desires. Okay. Let's see what else is coming up for you to know on your journey. What else could you be attracting into your life right now, divine feminines, for you to just enjoy? Because again, I do feel like many of you could be experiencing that separation energy, but again, in a different way. And what I mean by that in a different way is that it's okay to go through separation. It's okay to take time apart, because many of you are now in the knowing of it's always going to resurface. I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are trying to make it very clear to you that they love you, but it's just not, it doesn't appear that way in the physical. It's this very unique connection. And we have the engagement card coming up, which is your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So it's like, I feel like somebody's showing you in very subtle ways that they are committed to you. This spiritual bond between you two is what keeps, that love between you ascending. And what I mean by that is like, it's like despite the physical surroundings, okay? So despite the way that your dynamics are, the way that your lives are made up, many of you are still feeling that love, and there's still that acceptance, and there's still that bond between you two that just continues to excel, and the love grows. And so when you two do turn to one another, there's not all of these triggers in the way. Oh, you shouldn't be reaching out to me, and I shouldn't be talking to you, and you ghosted me, and we haven't talked, or whatever the case is. I feel like communication is going to become more smooth, and it's going to become easier for many of you, because again, spiritual development or spiritual maturity. Let's get an oracle card on this. What have you two learned in separation that's now making just coexisting with one another so peaceful? So we have facade and we have beliefs. I feel like this is coming from, I feel like it's coming from the both of you, because you're taking a good look at yourselves, the thoughts that you keep, what this connection ideally means to you, the fact that it's not going anywhere. I feel like the connection is such a big part of who it is you both are. Both of you are starting to realize that it's been years, I feel, since this journey has been ongoing. And so, yeah, there is this level of mutual respect and understanding that I feel that both of you are coming to. You could be questioning your beliefs as well, is what I'm getting around this connection, like what it means to be connected to one another. Maybe many of you are, you're finding acceptance in things that you never thought that you would accept or could accept. Okay, I feel like detachment, or allowing your counterpart just to walk their journey, even if it's without you. Maybe some of you thought that you would never get to that place or reach that place, but that's what it means by engagement. It's like, in order for this energy to occur, it sounds counterproductive, but sometimes you might have to allow your divine masculines to go off and experience a marriage, a baby, a new job and relocating to another country. And it'll cause separation energy. But I feel like if these lessons don't, if they don't experience these lessons, or if these lessons aren't lived, then they're not going to get to clear their energy in this lifetime, right? If there's resistance. And so I feel like a lot of the resistance comes from the energy between you two, right? Being afraid of separation, being afraid to lose one another, and then it delays you on your journey and it holds you back. So I feel like many of you are practicing detachment, or you're learning detachment, and because you're learning detachment, the connection itself is ascending to a point of just more love and more peace. Yeah, divine feminine. I feel like as soon as I said peace, you could be giving off this peace and this connection. You could just want peace of mind. You could be at a place in your life as well where you're keeping things simple. You're keeping things peaceful. You could be very clear with your boundaries. You could be very clear with what it is you desire or want at this time. I feel like you're doing a really impeccable job as well of keeping your emotions really grounded and balanced at this time, because as much as separation is occurring and it's wanting to trigger you, I feel like many of you can't find a trigger. You just can't seem to find a trigger to keep you engulfed long enough to get into a place of bitterness and resentment on this journey. And so, yeah, a lot of you are experiencing a new kind of energy, a new kind of spark with one another. And that's why I feel like engagement is coming up, because it's like you're attracted to one another despite major commitments going down in one another's lives. I feel like that's the time you feel attracted to one another the most. Like when you two experience major milestones in your own individual life, for some reason, it makes you ascend with your twin as well. It makes you want to kind of just run right back to your twin, just to make sure that, the decisions that you're making and the ascension that you're experiencing isn't taking you away from them as well. And I feel like that confirmation is happening for a lot of you, that there is some kind of renewal of friendship. It started off like that with the Let Your Friends Help You card. And that's what I feel like. A lot of you have never experienced genuine, true friendship with your twin flame, because it's been high intensity, just really high conflict, really overly emotional. Like many of you really went on a wild roller coaster ride of connecting with your twin in a really profound and intense and really toxic way. And it's like, as you two experienced that distance and the separation and going off on your own paths and experiencing lives of your own, that healing then makes you just kind of want to experience that union energy, because you gain so much clarity now, right? It's like you look back and you start realizing that all of that pull, the lessons that you experience with them, like it wasn't all for nothing, it does, like, because I'm seeing like 2 points here and then 2 people kind of going off, and it's like you got to go the long way to kind of get back to one another, whereas you two are really just tempted to kind of stick together and walk the path like this. The universe was like, nope, got to go the long way around. So that's what I feel like is happening with many of you, like, reconciliation or gentle communication, or, you two can't help but want to come back to the table and like share your good news with each other, and it's like this time around, it's not creating resentment or jealousy or envy or longing or craving. It's just creating this genuine, I'm happy that you're experiencing life, because if I'm not happy, then we experience blocks. So I have to be happy for you experiencing your journey. And I think both counterparts are realizing this. Many of the divine masculines are realizing this in hindsight. Like there were times where they couldn't be happy for you on the journey, but now that they might be experiencing big shifts and they feel that genuine energy of peace, I feel like that too is also bringing back this energy. Look at that. We have union at the top of this. That's also what's bringing back this, I was going to say reunion energy, but it says union there, but the next card here is reunion. Okay, so soul ties. Okay, a friendship that is long lasting, a friendship that really does exceed like just what society expects of 2 people connecting. I feel like for the first time ever, both of you are really understanding the depths of this twin flame journey. And it's not like, I feel like it's not only the both of you, like the universe is showing you as well, like I'm giving you both the opportunity here to be in each other's presence, but yet you two are worried about the complications in between. I feel like that's another message that many of your divine masculines are trying to scream at you as well, is that they've made so many strides and so many shifts, and they really want you to notice their attempts to just be near you and be close to you. Even the complexities, even though, the complexities are there in between, they're really wanting you to read in between the lines right now of this energy that they're giving. Okay, reunion, soul ties, I'm connected to you, and I'm not going to fight that anymore. Okay, so that's what I have for this quick check-in, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please do connect with me over at HYPSEE if you guys want to do a one-on-one session. I know there was someone who tried to reach me last night, and I think I missed those notifications, guys. So I do apologize for whoever that was. So if you do hear this message, yeah, it shouldn't be an issue for tonight. I think I've gotten the kinks worked out with my notifications. So yeah, check me out on HYPSEE. I do offer personal readings as well. And if you guys head over to the membership section, I do offer extended twin flame readings as well that go deeper into the journey, where I share my own perspectives as well. All right. So until the next video, I'll catch you guys again. Okay. Bye, guys.